Hello, hello, Carlos. Long time no see. How are you in Spain? Enjoying life?
Yeah. In Spain right now, well, finishing my season with my current team now. It remains 3 games. I'm preparing things for the new season. Very happy, looking forward to start working with FC Goa.
So last time we spoke when you were still a player. Now you're coming into a manager role. You've already 1 year under your belt. So how has that shift been from player to manager?
It's really different. Yeah, the change is huge. When you are a player, you are only thinking in yourself. You are only thinking in your own problems, and you share many things with your teammates. And as a coach, is different. You think in your squad, in your staff. You are thinking in a lot of people, many people, and well, it's different. You carry the problems to your home, and it's different. But yeah, I'm very happy on the new path and the new step I'm having in my life, in my career, and I am enjoying it a lot.
So would you say you enjoyed more as a player or more as a manager?
Well, I think the feeling of being a player is unique. Uh, Nothing is like playing in the pitch. Nothing is like this. Now is a new step, and I am enjoying a lot. No, I feel that desire inside me. I felt that vocation, and I am enjoying a lot as a coach. But it's a different stage, a very different stage.
So when FC Goa announced you as the new coach, right? For me, having had conversations with people in the club and players in the club, it felt like a no-brainer. They always said Peña was the leader in the locker room when he was a player. He always used to, step up and rally the troops in some way, shape, or form. Not really. I'm not saying like stand up and do all these high-power stuff, but look after the youngsters, get the team dressing room environment right, and all of those. So it seemed like a perfect fit for me. So how did you feel when this approach came, and how did this whole thing come about?
Yeah, that's true. No, I have been this kind of player during all my career. Try to think of my mates, knowing that the team is the most important, even above from any player. So I try to live my life as a player in that way. For that, I told you that I had this vocation of being a coach someday, because I was very worried about the the dressing room, about how it works, how it's going on, how everyone is feeling inside, how everyone is trying to think only in the team and not in themselves. And well, for me, the change to be a player and to be a coach was easy, because my decision of being retired, it was clear. I had that passion inside me. I felt that my time as a player has finished, because I didn't, my mind was not prepared to do my 100%. So I decided to start this new stage, and I'm really happy of that change I made.
So how did the approach with FC Goa come?
Well, I have been in touch. I have been in touch with FC Goa, with Ravi, with the director of football, with the president, with players inside the locker room, and I have been following them almost every game. And well, we had some conversations when I was former player, when I was playing in Goa with Ravi many times about it. Hopefully in the future I can go back and coach here. So I had the feeling when I left that sometime I would go back. And well, that the last season was not good for FC Goa. Ravi asked me if I would be available, and well, I had some interviews with them, with the president, I know that they had interviews with different coaches, and well, I was the chosen, no, the chosen guy, and I am very happy about that.
You just mentioned about last season. When you were looking at it from the outside, what did you think went wrong? I mean, there was some stuff which they couldn't control with the COVID and everything. But what did you generally think about the culture of the dressing room at that time? And are you coming in to make a difference in that culture?
Well, it's difficult to give your opinion when you are outside the locker room. I have a lot of respect to the people that work during the last season with Juan Fernando, with Derek Pereira, with the players that were playing there. I have a lot of respect, and I don't like to give my opinion about things that I don't know exactly, you know. But it's true that they had many problems during all the season. Juan Fernando left in the middle of the season. It was a big issue, you know. They had COVID cases, some injuries. Important players didn't perform as everyone expect. So many problems, and many things that didn't go on in the correct way, you know. And for that reason, FC Goa finished in the ninth position. No, so now it's time to recover the confidence of the players that are still in the squad. It's time to build a strong squad, try to sign new players, try to bring fresh air into the locker room, into the squad, and try to recover the ambition and the way that the most important is the team, you know. And for me, this is my main objective.
And also, Carlos, you have a very nice relationship with FC Goa. Like, when you look at it, I can see a framed jersey behind you. Last time we spoke, I think this is one of the first teams you came out of Spain and had a great, success and great time there. I think you have a tattoo also of a gore and football as well. So, what do you think of Goa and a club, FC Goa together? This experience that you had, the relationship that you have.
Yeah, FC Goa has been very important in my life. You know, it was a great experience when I was playing there. It was the first time I went to play abroad. The first time I went to a foreign country. I have been always playing here in Spain, and my experience there was very good. No, the respect of the fans, the respect inside the club, the culture of the people, the support of the fans. You know. So yeah, FC Goa has been and is very special for me. No, here I have my last jersey, no, the jersey of my last game, my last boots, football shoes, and well, for that I feel that I am where I want to be, you know, and I want that these new stats will be even more special than the first one.
Yeah, absolutely. We all hope the same for you. So now let's talking about the football that you plan to play. You already coached the team, so can we expect the ethos of FC Goa for you to bring that back, the possession game and the beautiful style of football, the Spanish way of playing? Let's say, is that what you want to continue playing?
Yeah, first of all, we need to know that we play for the fans, you know, and when you are playing for someone, you must try to entertain them. You know, people will go back to the stands again after 2 tough years, and we are going to try to entertain them, to make them happy. You know, and for me, this is the most important. Of course, um, fight for titles, fight for trophies is very important because we are in professional football. But for me, it matters the way you achieve the things. You know, I want a team, I want a brave team, I want a team that go for the games, I want a team that try to dominate the game with the ball, you know, and the most important, that try to entertain the fans.
And it's the same way now. Obviously, there is a rebuild in the team. I don't know. I think you've announced Vasquez so far, but the rest of them, we don't know if they're staying or going. A lot of them don't look like they'll be staying. So, where are you in the rebuilding process in terms of
Yeah,
play?
just to butt in before Paolo speaks, so Vasquez is not a confirmed now. So I'm
Oh, it's
just
not confirmed.
no, it's not.
Achha,
On
theek
So
hai.
yeah,
Europe.
Okay, I'll change that.
yeah.
So, yeah, you have to change. A lot of changes expected in FC Goa now in terms of foreigners. Some Indian players also have left, like Romario. So, what can we expect in the transfer market from Goa?
Well, what I can say is that we are going to build a strong squad. I am sure about that. And, I don't know yet how many chances we will do. We are working on that. We are analyzing the players we have in the squad. We are analyzing if they are going to continue, if we are going to sign different players. But what I'm sure is that um, we will have a strong squad. And as I say to you, the most important is the club above any player. I want players that want to be in FC Goa, that are proud to be in FC Goa, and that they want to play with us. And well, I think we have very good players in the squad. We will try to sign any other good players. And well, yeah, we are working with the head director, with the president, with the people involved in this process, with the recruitment staff. And yeah, now it's time to work.
You also coming into a situation now where you played, it was 5 foreigners. Now it's 4 foreigners. So how much does that change for you as a manager now? Because a lot of your experiences with 5 foreigners.
Yeah, it's different. It's different, but it's time to Indian players do a step forward, and say, yeah, it's my time to play here. I want to be important. When I was playing there, many people saying that it's difficult for a central back, for an Indian central back to play in the starting 11. Oh, it's difficult for a striker, for an Indian striker to play in the starting 11. It's a problem for the national team. Now it's time to do a step forward and say, I'm here, I want to play, I want to be important, I want to be influential in the team. But I think, and I'm sure that we have Indian players with enough quality to play, to make the difference, and I think the difference is not so big.
Also, you've worked extensively with Indian players as well in FC Goa. The ethos of Goa is to bring youngsters from through the ranks, right? Or give chances to Goan players and stuff. Will that be a major part in your time as well?
Is a fact that the best Indian young players are from Goa, no? Many teams come to Goa to buy them, to carry them to other clubs, to sign them, And yeah, this is part of the philosophy of FC Goa, and I like to work on this way. Indian young players are the future, and we try to join them with the senior players. Of course, if you want to have results, if you want to achieve your objectives, it's more difficult if you are only using young players. So the mix is, for me, is the key for the success. Try to around the senior players, more experimental players that we have in the squad, with these young players that have enough quality to play and to grow inside the squad. Sorry.
So I've heard some stories about the time when you were playing, how you used to stand up for Liston in the training sessions when he used to take shots or make the wrong decisions on the ball. Or I heard you coached Gama through games when he was playing as a fullback. So how are these experiences for you now coming back? These guys are still here. Liston obviously is in another club, but Gama is there and new guys are there. A lot of them you've played with are still there, Brandon and a lot. So how is that going to be?
Yeah, I enjoy a lot doing that, because as a foreign player, you have this responsibility, because we have played in big leagues, in big clubs. So you have the responsibility to influence to your mates, try to help them to grow, and I enjoy a lot. Liston had tough moments inside FC Goa, because that time the coach we had didn't trust on him, and I realized that he had a very good quality, but he only needed the confidence. But I tried to help him. I tried to support him to make him better. And well, after some time, when he had the confidence in other clubs, you can see the type of player he is, and with Gama, with Sana, with many other players, I try to do. And well, this is part of the environment of the locker room. We need the senior players, the experimental players, to help the young players, to make them grow, and the young players will make the senior players better also. So this is part of the locker room, and I think this is the way to make better a team.
So this suddenly just occurred to me while you were talking. You mentioned names, Liston, Sana, Yasir also in that bracket. All of these guys who left Goa somewhere else to find success. So that was a problem at that time. You lost probably three of and Manveer also left, but probably for different reasons. But so will you be looking to make sure that these players continue to stay in Goa and deliver for Goa? Because missing those players seemed like a like a bad miss.
No, this is life. This is football. Changes are needed. Players want to play. Players want to earn more money. In some cases, they want to have better contracts. Other players that feel that they are not playing in a squad, in a team, want to play in other team. That's football. It's impossible to keep the same players during 4-5 years, and this is a process. You need to make changes every season. You need to bring players with different skills, and well, if that players were in the squad now, maybe we wouldn't have Devendra, or we wouldn't have Glan, or we wouldn't have Anwar Ali, so changes are part of football, and that's it.
Did you have a conversation with the team?
Yeah. I have had some conversations with Indian players now, with some mates, with some players. Yeah. I am in touch constantly with people there.
How different is it now when you're speaking as a coach and not as a fellow player that you used to be?
Well, it's different. It's different, of course, because as I said in other medias, we have to build a new relationship. Some time ago, we were teammates. We are going to be teammates, but in a different role, But the relation is not the same. Now I'm the coach. I have to make decisions, and it is the biggest difference. Before we were in the same position, and I didn't have influence on them. Now I will have to make decisions about them. I will try to push them. I will try to support them. So we will live different moments, and players need to know that I'm in a different role, and I think it's not a problem. They will understand, and they will, and we will work on it.
So can I go back to your playing career? Back then you played for Barcelona, B and C, Albacete, Valladolid, and Oviedo, all very demanding clubs. So how was those experiences? Because like people here may not realize it, but while Oviedo has a lot of socios who really always talk about what's happening in the team, and Valladolid also old club who's been there for a long time. So how is those experiences?
Well, it is a big challenge. It was a big challenge. It prepares you to support the pressure, to live on pressure. You know, I have played in teams that when you lose a game, it's difficult to go to have a walk in the city. It's difficult to go to a restaurant because supporters, fans put pressure on you, you know. So because of that, I'm used to live on with this pressure. But I have enjoyed a lot football in any place I have been. I can hear you.
Yeah, in your career, who would be the best players that you played with and played against?
In my career, well, I have played with great players. No, I was lucky to play in Barça B, and I went with the first team many times. No, with Messi, Xavi, Iniesta, Ronaldinho. There was a time when I was playing with great players. You know, the level I see in Barcelona, I saw in Barcelona was amazing. They were playing the best players in the world. And a part of that, well, during my career, I was lucky to play with very good players. In Valladolid, when I was playing in La Liga in first division, I play against Ronaldo, I play against Benzema, against Modric, you know, the best players in the world.
Are you a Barcelona fan?
I am FC Goa fan.
But were you born into a Barcelona fan family?
Yeah. I was born in Barcelona. I has been a fan of Barcelona during all my life, you know. And yes, I have been a supporter of Barcelona. Yes.
I think you told me once that it's difficult to say because all the clubs that you go, you develop a certain connection to those clubs as well, which you've done spectacularly with Goa as well. So far away from home, I might add. Is there any similarities in culture between Spain and what you saw in Goa?
It's different. It's different. I think the way people live about football in Spain is different from Goa. You know, when I went to India, what I appreciate more was the respect people had for the football players, for the coaches, for the people involved in football. You know, you guys in Goa have a lot of passion, but you have a lot of respect for the players. So for me, this is the best way to understand football, because in other places, some people sometimes are wrong because they lose their respect. They think everything is valid, is possible, and I think the respect must be always on the table, you know. But and for that, I love my time there.
So coming into the first season, like you said, it's a rebuild. So what are the objectives going to be? Is it we have to challenge for the shield immediately? Are you building up to go top two and then in the playoffs? So what is the challenge going to be?
Yeah, the challenges is it's obvious, no. FC Goa have a winning mentality. We have played 6 of 8 or 9 playoffs during all the ISL seasons, you know, and FC Goa must play for the first stop, the first spots of the league, you know, and for that we're trying to build a strong squad. We try to be better day by day, training session by training session, you know, and if we follow that path, if we follow that way, if we go on that way, we will win games and we will be in the top of the league. I'm sure about that. But this season, as I said, we have a great responsibility because fans are going back to the stands after 2 years, after 2 seasons, and it's going to be a big challenge, and it's going to be a great motivation for us. So we are looking forward to be in front of them again.
So we ask everybody who come on the show this one question: what is the funniest thing that happened to you on a football pitch? So you could be playing in training, whatever, against another team, same team. What is the funniest thing that's happened? Your manager thing can also, your managerial experience also can be.
I always remember one thing that happened to me in India. in an 80K FC Goa. I went, one player of 80K was shouting to the referee because he made a fault. And I went to ask for respect for the referee, because he was shouting a lot to the referee. And the funny thing was that I received the yellow card, not the player who was shouting him, so I always remember and laugh about him because it was very funny.
Anything in Spain?
What?
Anything from your time in Spain that happened on the field?
Well, in Spain, funny things. Well, in Spain, I have lived many great moments. I promote to La Liga 2 times, and well, I can't say any special funny moment.
Okay, so we are
I
waiting.
remember. I want to explain you one. I remember when I was in Barça B, I went to a training session with the first team, and I was inside the locker room, and there in that locker room were Ronaldinho, Messi, and Deco. I don't know if you remember that Portuguese player.
Yeah, Deco. Yeah.
And they were in the bench, inside the locker room. They were every one of them 10 meters from the other one, and sit. And they were passing the ball, passing the ball between them. It was amazing because the ball doesn't never touch the ground, and they were sit. So it was amazing. I remember always that.
So I just wanted to ask you this popped in my head. Did you know Juan Fernando and all before you, before itself, from your time in Barcelona? No.
No. I never heard about him.
Oh, okay. So I think our time is running out here, so I'll make it short. We are looking forward to having you back in India. We're looking forward to having fans back in the stadium and football going back to the people again. And we're looking forward to seeing FC Goa do what FC Goa does best.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.